Okay, I haven't used this before. I guess you hit the U button to set your temperature. I'm just going to set it at 500 for a little while to start it up. And then you hit P to start running it. And then the top one is your current temperature. So I got the aluminum in here. I'm just going to warm that up with the Crucible slowly anyway. Drop it in. Yeah, we'll give it some time, see what happens. So it's been about 15 minutes, right around 500 here now. I'm just gonna let that rest like that for probably half hour. Give the Crucible a chance to temper or whatever, I don't know. I've never used one of these before, but yeah, I'll give that a half hour and then I'll crank it up to like 800 to melt that aluminum. Okay, so it's been half an hour. I'm just going to turn the temperature up to 800 and we'll melt this. So if you just hold the button down, it goes through a couple of phases, or it goes quickly. Oop, there it is. And hit P to start. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. We're just about at 800. I've just been warming this mold up on top here. It's not real hot, but curious to see if this aluminum is melting yet. Nope, not yet. Okay, so this has been sitting for 15 minutes. It's mostly molten down there now. About maybe half full. When this thing came, it had a little layer of ceramic wool in the hole there, but I poked it out because I want to be able to feed wire through the top here like that, so I can leave it closed. So anyway, I'm going to keep feeding this and we'll fill it up. Okay, first pour. And reload. Okay, so I could get 3 muffins per pour without having it completely full. Oh man, 455, look at that, a pound. So now I'll just measure out my aluminum around 500 grams and melt that, and I'll be able to feed it through the top without having to open it, and just, yeah, pour 3 muffins at a time. And here we go, 457 grams of wire. I already have a little bit extra in the thing, so I'm going to melt this and pour again. So I was just looking at the weights on some of my castings here. Like this thing here weighs in at 429. So that furnace would hold enough to cast something this size. This guy just weighs in at 287. Lots of room there for that. This Leafs one, again, under a pound. So yeah, it's gonna be super handy to have a furnace like that, just to be able to make single pieces and not have to drag out the whole production with the gas furnace and stuff. So I'm pretty stoked about that for sure. So I ended up bumping it up to 825 just to try and speed it along a little bit. Yeah, with the amount of metal weighed out ahead of time, I know how much to put in. So I'm just dropping them in this hole one at a time, and as they disappear, I can just look over. If that's gone, I'll drop another one in. And yeah, it's pretty sweet. Okay, so it's been a half an hour, pretty much exactly. I bumped the temperature up to 825 for the second pour. Yeah, that's pretty good, half an hour turnaround. Here we go. Let's shut her down. Oops. I'm just going to drop that in and close her up and let it cool down. Well, there you have it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I was originally thinking I would melt all this wire down into ingots like this just to store them, but it's pretty nice to be able to feed those wires through the top, weigh out how much you need, feed it. It goes pretty slick. So I'm just gonna probably cut all this up into shorter pieces and store it in a box or whatever. These muffins are too big to fit back in the Crucible anyway, so it'd be kind of a waste, I guess. Anyway, thanks to Vevor for sending it out. I'm digging it so far. If you guys are still here, I'll throw a clip in at the end here of unboxing it if anybody's interested in the packaging and or whatnot. But yeah, expect to see this in future videos. I'm gonna get some foamies made up and we'll try doing some foam casting with it, and I'm planning on doing some copper as well with it to try that. So yeah, anyway, cheers guys, see you next time. Another note, I should say, they sent this to me for free. I did not buy it. There'll be an affiliate link down below in the description with a discount code. These crucibles don't last forever, and I don't know how long they last, but and the heating coils can burn out on them, so they say not to run it more than 2 hours at a time or 3 hours at a time. I plan on using it for aluminum, running at a lower temperature, so I expect it to last longer. But if you're maxing this thing out, I can't tell you how long it'll last. But yeah, anyway, I'm digging it. And here's the unboxing. So we got some gloves. Some tongs here. Power. Even wrapped one of the crucibles in a glove. a smaller crucible. Your larger crucible. Yeah, I mean the packaging on this is perfect. Very secure. There it is. Sweet.